Welcome to Revelation Unraveled. I'm your host, William Tapley, also known as the third eagle of the apocalypse and the co-prophet of these end times. The headline I read this morning was, Pope Francis excommunicates the Mafia. And I got to thinking about this headline. Do you suppose the Pope is finally affecting a moral leadership, or is he trying to be politically correct? And the more I thought about it, the more I leaned towards the latter. And the reason I say this is because I can think of organizations which are far more evil than the Mafia. And the first one that came to my mind was Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood kills thousands of babies every day, just here in America. They are the world's largest provider of abortion. And in fact, the founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, said, Slavs, Latin, and Hebrew immigrants are human weeds, a deadweight of human waste. Blacks, soldiers, and Jews are a menace to the race. And she also said that the most merciful thing a large family can do to one of its infant members is to kill it. Now, I will admit, perhaps the reason Pope Francis does not excommunicate Planned Parenthood is because it is primarily a Protestant organization, and therefore they are already excommunicated. And the Mafia is primarily a Catholic organization, and therefore he has the authority to excommunicate the members of that group. And it is true, the Mafia is not just involved in petty criminal activities like the numbers racket. They are involved in such activities as prostitution, and prostitution is an immoral activity. However, if Pope Francis reads Genesis 38, he will realize that prostitution is not as evil as contraception. God killed Onan for spilling his seed. And I have yet to hear Pope Francis say that Catholics who practice contraception are excommunicated. Therefore, in my opinion, Pope Francis is being more politically correct than exerting moral leadership. And that goes along with my other opinion that Pope Francis, I'm afraid, is the false prophet. And that leads me to an even more sinister conclusion. As you know from Bible prophecy, one of the Antichrist's 7 heads suffers a fatal wound, as it were. In other words, a false flag. And the number 1 head of the Antichrist is the false prophet. As you know, just a short while ago, the Pope discarded using the bulletproof Pope-mobile. And now he has angered the Mafia. Is he setting up this prophesied false flag event? And as you know, I have suggested in the past that after the Pope suffers this supposedly fatal head wound, as it were, as John says, he will be healed by the Antichrist. Whereupon the Pope Francis, the PF, the false prophet, will declare the Antichrist to be divine. And as always, if you would like more information about my ministry, please visit my new thirdeaglemedia.com website. And you can help out by clicking on the PayPal button.